Hello, Capricorn. I am looking at a person who has discovered something about themselves that has always been true, but you haven't understood it consciously. You thought maybe it's something that you'd grow out of. You would look at the beautiful things one day and not want to touch them. You would be able to access a place in your heart that's just simply okay with one partner, basically. You seem to have been in a long-term relationship that has resulted in heartbreak because of your need and desire to step out and to, the word choices here, fondle, touch intimately with others that are not your partner. So I'm seeing you debating between, is this who I am? Because when I become monogamous and with just my partner, I ultimately stray from our monogamous relationship. It's not because I don't love my partner, but something calls me and I act on it. My inner child can't speak on this because my inner child doesn't understand my sexual nature. This is something I command. This is something I've identified within my adult self, that I'm not sure I know what I want. And I want the option to explore and not feel weighed down or tied down. I want my queen or my king or my partner. I want my person. But I also want to be happy, and I don't want to feel trapped. I don't want to feel like I'm building something and giving to my relationship that only hurts someone. I want my person to understand I've evolved and I've changed. I've grown. I've worked really hard on this relationship. I sacrifice a lot for this relationship. I invest a lot in this relationship. And I've tried to give it up. I've tried to let it go. I've tried to move on. And then it calls me back. It calls me back. And I'm able to go towards it and go do the thing and come back. And I don't feel like I'm intentionally trying to harm my person. I'm carrying this heavy burden because I love you. I want to walk through life with you. I want to grow old with you. I feel safe with you. I don't want to hide this from you. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. Man, what? I want the ability to be this and that. I don't want to feel stifled. I want to be able to love myself and be true to myself and to acknowledge what I've grown to understand about myself. It's not like, I don't even see like an emotional, I don't see emotional cheating. I see two people in a relationship, you're one of them, and you love this person, you want to be with this person, but you want to also go play with the beautiful things that you see. So you could be into strip clubs, escorts, something like that. And you're interested in that, this and that. You want both. And you want your partner to understand and respect that about you. And it's very, very difficult for people to understand and respect that when that's not how they met us. So I think you can be understanding here that your partner's not open to this epiphany that you've had where you want to openly express your truth and be accepted and loved and cared for. What a challenging situation. How does Capricorn's partner feel? They don't, okay. It's hard. So it's like they're not able to share themselves with you in this capacity. Their navigation system is not hardwired in a way that they can openly understand this expression. So they're closed off from you, emotionally unavailable to this new idea. They're looking for the old version of you that they believed that you are. The interject in their mind that they've created, the projection of you that they want you to be. This doesn't make anyone right or wrong. It's just to identify the nature of people. You feel you have a lot more to explore. You have pleasures. You seek more pleasure and enjoyment from play. Like you want to play more. And your partner, just like most people, is not understanding of that, you know? What actions Capricorn need to take here? Interesting. Okay. Your partner needs, so you got rescuer. Okay. Provides strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. This is a very sacrificing energy. Like, there's a sacrifice being asked of you here. And I feel like the challenge is when to hang up this nature of yours. Or is it a nurture? Is this something you saw in childhood? Is this something you developed? Is this something you can let go of? I can see your partners grieving and hurting about this. And they're willing to forgive you and move on and heal and cry and hold you, and they need a nurturing support from you. They don't believe, so it's almost like you have a rigid approach about this. It's like very straightforward and blunt. This is who I am. I'm sorry that it keeps happening. It's like your apology is dry. It's like you are just honest and blunt, and this partner of yours is more compassionate. What strong energy is the partner? What's the strongest energy of the partner? Aquarius. So I'm getting an Aquarius vibe. So this person certainly has a distance from you, detachment. And maybe that's the disconnect. What energy does this person need more of? For Capricorn here. Aries, you want them to take more action. You want them to act more, maybe initiate more. Maybe you're weird. So maybe you're into like your partner initiating and you're not getting that. So you almost have to go out and hunt. You need that release. You need to just be able to sit back and relax and have somebody pleasure you. What the fuck? This is such a weird energy. Not that you're weird. 1144. Ooh, who'd I trigger? Tell me I didn't trigger somebody. Because this is weird. I get it. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I got sex and music came out together. Sex and music came out. Look, somebody's triggered here. Someone's not meeting the standards, your standards. Your partner doesn't meet your standards sexually. Okay? Your partner, and there's no shame, no hate. Like, this ain't even judgment. This is like observation and study, okay? Observation and study is all we're doing here. Everyone is welcome. I love you all, okay? But it's wrong to only support we acknowledge sun and we acknowledge the sun as we acknowledge the moon, the dark and the light. Not all shadow and dark is bad. What I'm seeing here is somebody has an aspect about themselves that they identify or have recently identified as a light in them that fuels them, that drives them, that motivates them forward, really igniting their sacral chakra and their solar plexus. This release you get, or this part of you feels like it's part of what makes you feel alive. It motivates you to be successful. But then also, I want to actually clarify that one. Jealousy. Interesting. Let's clarify that. There's a lot of green here. So often we get trapped in our desires, right? Yeah, you got a really pissed off partner. Really pissed off partner. She, male or female, is not having this, okay? not having it. Not having it. Like, she's looking at this like, I wish you would. I wish you would. And she's your counterpart, okay? But this is the thing. You've somehow said, you're my partner, but I need more. And she's like, more? I'm everything. You're like, honey, I need you. I want to come home to you. Man, what kind of situation is this? Okay, this is weird. So, you got the world with the money, so let's see. Of course, it's got to be a naked woman. So, there's an ending that needs to happen here. We have to understand the division within ourselves, the dark and the light. And while we feel compelled to act, sometimes the imbalance is because it's not coming from a pure place, but it's coming from a learned behavior. Like, I feel like you're trying to figure out, is this profitable? How do you capitalize here? How do you make them happy and you happy? You're looking at it very business, transactional. Which, if your person's not extremely emotional, that might work. But this jealousy and Queen of Wands energy is like, she doesn't seem very open to this. While the Aquarius came out, so did Aries. And Aries is very act first, ask questions later. So it's almost like, I can see your point where you're needing more. You only have one life to live and you want to live it to the fullest. But in some way, shape, or form, I think your partner needs some compassion from you. They need a little bit more understanding. I think you both need more understanding. Yeah, this is a messy situation. So let's see. Yeah, let's ask what these are. Interesting cards because they're usually to ask like people that have passed on, but I like to use them to ask the higher selves. So I want to know what the higher self of your partner needs to say to you, because the higher self of your partner will have empathy for you. And then you to them. She says, some part of me knew. So this is like a fresh wound. She must have just found out. And I'm saying she, whatever. She is the receptive energy. That's why I'm saying she. Because you're giving the energy, so you're showing up as the masculine force here. Somehow, she knew. Somehow, some part of me knew. What do you have? What does your higher self have to say to her? I didn't mean what I said. Yeah, you said something very cold and blunt that really hurt this person. And she's struggling to recover from this. Okay, what else does she want to say? Yeah. You know, know, Capricorn being the devil energy. I get it. Wherever this Capricorn energy manifests for you, temptation is real. We all get it. We all have it. I didn't know how to comfort you. That's where that rescuer energy comes in. It's like you're asking for compassion from somebody who literally can't understand where you're coming from. Like, this doesn't compute in her brain. What else does your higher self want to say to her? It says, I will show you some signs and synchronicities. So this is showing up as like, you're willing to make effort to change because you do believe your higher self does want this person as your partner. You're asking for grace and understanding from your partner, and you're willing to show with your actions that you will improve, but you want to not be held to a high, the standard you feel you're held to, you feel is too high. You're asking for more compassion, like you want to be her to be a little bit more flexible. And you're willing to quit with the temptation, but you're also asking for more excitement from the relationship. More romance, you need more potency, more effort, more sensuality, more warmth. So I'm seeing your partner's heart chakra needing to open more, and your sacral chakra needing to balance more. Your sacral chakra is like so open that it's just too connecting with others. And it's like your partner's heart chakra is closing and becoming cold and calloused because it feels so much hurt and pain. So you guys just need each other here. It's an interesting dance. If you can find forgiveness for each other, if you can find understanding and compassion for one another. Very interesting. Only you will know. Only you can tell what's happening here. So that's what I have, Capricorn. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.